Hello, welcome to Cooking with Gemma. This week we're going to be making some burger baps. So we will need some strong white bread flour. We'll need a sachet of yeast. We'll need 1 egg. We'll need some sesame seeds to go on top. We'll need some tepid water, 200 mils. And we'll need some butter, some salt, a large mixing bowl and some weighing scales. You'll need a teaspoon and a tablespoon measure. Okay, so step 1, you need to measure out 300 grams of strong white bread flour. We're at 281, 291, 297, 298, 299, 300. Yay. Okay, step 2, you need to weigh out 60 grams of butter. That's 36. That's 75, so you need a bit less. Let's see, oh, we're at 67, a little bit less. 64. 61. There we go, 61 grams of butter. Next, you need to cut the butter up into small squares. Right, step 3, you're going to tip the butter into the bowl, and then you're going to use your fingertips. Show us your fingertips, thank you. And you're going to rub the butter into the flour so it looks like breadcrumbs. No, that's squishing, you need to rub it. So it's this sort of action. Okay, so when you're rubbing the margarine into the butter, you need to do this really light sort of fingertip movement like that. So you're picking up the flour and you're rubbing it between your fingertips in a sort of a light pressure, quick movement, because you want to rub the butter into the flour. You don't want to squish it because you're not warming the butter up, otherwise it will melt into the flour. So we're picking up and rubbing in. So I'm doing that when I'm picking up the butter and the flour. It takes quite a while to do this, so you need some patience. Okay, that's the butter rubbed into the flour now, and you're looking for this sort of breadcrumb-like consistency when it's all rubbed in. Okay, so the next step is to pour in a teaspoon of salt. Okay, next you need 1 teaspoon of salt. This is a ½ teaspoon measure. So I need 2 half teaspoons, make a whole one. There we go, salt. Next, I need a sachet of yeast. I need to make sure all of that goes into my mixture. There we go. Then I'm going to give it a stir. Mix, mix, mix. And then I'm going to pour in my 200 millilitres of tepid water. Right, next step, we need to put some flour on the worktop. The instructions say try not to use too much. And then we're going to tip this dough. It's quite elasticy at the moment. We're going to tip this dough out onto the work surface and knead it for about 5 to 10 minutes. I'll just put a bit of flour on my hands. And then I'm gonna knead this dough. Okay, I've been kneading this dough for about 5 to 10 minutes now. So it's time to put some oil in the bowl. And then I'm going to put the dough in the bowl. And I'm going to leave that, it says, for half an hour until it's risen or doubled in size. Okay, it's been about an hour and the dough's risen. It's not quite doubled, but it has risen. So we're flouring the surface. We're going to knead the dough for a couple of minutes just to knock back the air. And then we're going to shape it into 6 buns. To lightly flour the baking tray. And then you're going to divide your dough into 6 pieces to make 6 bread buns.
You're just going to keep filming.
Okay, so the 6 bread baps have been shaped. They're just going to prove there for about 15 minutes. Whilst the oven is heating up to 200 degrees fan or 220 conventional. Okay, now we need to crack 1 egg into a container, and then I'm going to whisk it up. Okay, next I'm going to put the whisked up egg on top of each burger bat. Just wash that over the top. Missed a bit. And then I'm going to sprinkle with sesame seeds. Oh, I got a bit carried away. Might work better if I put the sesame seeds into my hand first and then sprinkle like that, rather than tipping too much on at once. Okay, it's time to put the baps into the oven. There they go, 200 degrees fan. It's very hot, so an adult needs to do that bit. Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes, starting now.
Okay, it's been 20 minutes. Oh.
Pretty good.
The burger baps look nice.
There is a bit of a problem with them.
Yum.